So check out this beautiful thing behind us. Now this didn't come easy. We had to deal with the county, and I'll kind of explain what we had to go through with them. So come on, let me show you a few things and show you what we did here and how it turned out. So before, all they had was a small little screened-in porch on the corner of the house. Well, none of this was built out, so I was able to bring this porch out 10 foot and add a nice screened area, but also combined with the other screened area there. He did want to run a catwalk all the way down, that way he didn't have a lot of steps coming from the driveway side of it. But where we run into issues, good old permitting. So some things I agree with, of course. I definitely want to do it right. But some things I just scratch my head and they make us do. So here is a $3,000 triple laminated pressure treated beam. And so what we had to do in this situation, because there's a septic tank right here. If you want to scoot back, you'll see it. There's a septic tank right here. Actually, yeah, here. And it's 5 foot wide. So they required us to, they didn't want to post more than 10 foot on each side of this beam, which required us to put this massive laminated beam in here to make this happen. Do I agree with that? Not really. We could have done 10, 12, 15 foot, been fine. Another thing that you may know or may not know, the county didn't know, is when you're attaching to brick, when at all. The options are, of course, is to put supporting posts underneath there to make sure we support the deck. Because with brick, the way the brick works, and a lot of people, if you don't know this, so basically brick is just a veneer. It doesn't provide any structure to your home whatsoever. It's just to make it look good. Insulation value, stuff like that. But there's brick, there's a little air gap, and then there's your wall studs and your wall sheathing. And so what happens if you try to put a ledger board here and bolt it to it like we do traditionally, it'll collapse that brick and lose the integrity of the brick. So let me show you what we did. Come on in. So these are new Simpson ties. And the way they're designed, they go in at an angle and they keep that gap, but also keep that support. And this enables us not to put posts on this back wall. This customer did not want any posts on the back wall. And so we chose to do it this way. And so yeah, inspector come out, they didn't know anything about them. They had to do their own research. And so, but we was able to educate them and show them what we were able to do here. So come on around and we'll show you the rest of this thing. So another thing, if you're doing a pressure treated deck, things to know about is cracking and warping of wood. Typically it happens most often with the 6x6 post, a lot of cracking. It doesn't affect the strength of it. These haven't started cracking yet, thank goodness, but typically when you're out and it's in midsummer and you're building a deck, the pressure treated 6x6 carries a lot of chemicals inside there. And so the drying process, as it dries, it's going to crack the wood. Well, the hotter it's outside, it dries quicker, just like anything else. When it dries fast, it's going to create more cracks. It doesn't hurt the structure of the lumber. We just usually fill out with putty and then stain over it. But you always want to stain pressure treated wood. I just want to point that out. That way, if you have any issues like that, it's not a big deal. They're prone to crack. Just fill it up and you're good to go.